Okay, all right. Let's see who's online. Yeah, we have a few people. Hey, everyone, say hi in chat. Everyone who's here, we're ready to begin in just a couple of minutes. I see you've already been using the new channel emote in chat. That's very cool. Um, all right, nice to see everyone. My name is Itamar. This is Figment RP, and we're gonna play the second book in the sorcery series of game books, which is Khare, Cityport of Traps. We finished the Shamutanti Hills over two sessions. It took us two evenings in total, and actually in the second one we kind of finished early. However, this book is a little bit longer, at least the number of paragraphs the entire book contains is a little bit longer than the number of paragraphs in the Shamutanti Hills. So maybe this will take us a full two evenings, or maybe even more. We'll see. I hope we get through it in one piece. Hey, Sally. I see there's Dark Kyle 59 is here. Thank you for the follow, Dark Kyle. Followed me earlier today or last night, depending on where you're from. Thank you very much. We have a couple new followers as well. I don't know if they're gonna show up tonight, but let's be ready to begin. So tell me if you're not seeing or hearing anything properly. As far as I'm concerned, I'm talking and everyone's hearing me properly. Let's see what you can see when we go to here. Yep, that's okay. So here's the character sheet. This is our hero from the Shamutanti Hills. Actually, before you see the numbers, let's show the actual hero that we wrote. This is Mrs. Daisy McGilligully. This is our hero, a frog princess with a sword, pogo stick sword right here. You can see it next to her oversized blue cloak with lots of mud on the hems. You can see her beautiful frog face, a red bow tie, and a hat in the shape of a lucky clover. Because when we rolled for luck, we got the maximum amount possible. We got to 12 luck, and we got one extra point of luck when we ended the last adventure. When you end the Shamutanti Hills, you got one extra to your initial luck. Our skill and stamina are middling, and we are also a wizard. So that means we have all of these spells at our disposal. Right here, you can see all the list of all the spells. Disregard the red and blue. It's just the screenshot that I took from a wiki somewhere, so it doesn't really matter. All of these are actual spells, I think. Pretty sure they are, yeah. And are they? Oh, I think they are. Maybe they're not. But at least the blue ones are for sure. And then there's extra stuff that we have, which is our equipment. This thing right here, this blue list, sword, wand, pogo stick. They all should be, Sally says. Yeah, I think, I don't know right now, I'm suddenly all confused about it. I'm pretty sure they are actual spells, all of these. And then we have a bag of teeth, a musical pipe, beeswax, a locket with a small woman portrait, vial of glue, weird nose plugs, 4 small pebbles, and a torch and tinderbox. Many of these are fluff. Many of these are spell components that are actually going to be very useful for us. Some of these spells require components, especially the cheaper ones, the more specific spells. There's the ones who cost 4 stamina, who are useful in many situations, but they cost 4 stamina, which we start with 18, as you see. But there's the more specific ones, which are often only 1 or 2 stamina, but they are narrower. But also they many of them, some of them require some spell components. So that's basically what this does. And some of these are just fluff. I don't know if we'll ever need to use the torch and tinderbox or the locket with a small woman portrait. Some of these might just randomly come up. About half of the teeth in our bag of teeth, some of them are actual spell components, some of them are just random fluff that we picked up along the way. So many of these will be useful, others won't be. Yeah, we can rely on some of these items when they come up. You probably won't remember them by heart, but it's okay. I also won't, and we just will need to remember some of them when they come up. When we test our luck, we roll two six-sided dice, and we need to hit our luck or below, which means that when we're on 13 or 12, it's a guaranteed success. So the first two luck rolls are a guaranteed success. Only after two rolls of luck, the luck will even go down to 11 when there's going to be any chance of failure, although still a very, very small one. So whenever we need to test our luck, just go ahead and do that freely. You replenish your luck during the adventure in several points, so wasting a couple of points in order to get some advantage during the game is very, very useful. We have 21 gold, which is nice. We have 3 provisions, which is also nice because it means we can eat 3 times. Every day we need to eat at least once. If we don't, then we starve and we lose stamina. So important to eat even if we didn't take any wounds during the day. And we have these 2 advantages from the adventure from the Shamutanti Hills. So the first one is go to paragraph number 79 to get help from Flanker. And it's kind of... let's add the Roll20 dice roller. Have that? Yep. Okay, so now that we have the dice roller, let's move to here so that you can see as much as possible. Maybe we'll do this and zoom out a little bit. Okay. Yep, now you can see the beautiful frog princess alongside the character sheet. Hopefully, at least those of you who are on the PC or on a tablet or something, you can see it properly. From a mobile phone, I know some of these might be too small. All right, and I think we're ready to begin, and I think we'll do the paragraph 79 thing right now. Flanker is an assassin, a dangerous assassin that was sent to kill us. Actually, all of these red bits, we need to, I think we need to get rid of them, right? Let's get rid of all these red bits. Actually, this is a tear in the cloak. The tear in the cloak still happens. How do I move this? Oh no, I can't move it now. Okay, never mind. Let's forget about this. These reds need to go. Go. Come on. No. It's blood, and we're not wounded anymore, so probably we're not bleeding. Oh no. Oh no, this also went away. Do I pick it up? Oh no, that's awful. Okay, never mind. Let's delete all this and redraw the hem of the cloak. So, as you can see, I take a lot of pride in drawing stuff that happens. I'm probably also going to be drawing a map for this game because Khare is more of a maze. Unlike the other 3 adventures, the Shamutanti Hills and then the next 2 adventures, number 3 and 4, this is more of a maze where you can actually like get lost and get back to places you've already been. I don't know how much I like that, but there's there's lots of room, and we're gonna be drawing the city map as much as we can. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure out how to go by to get by in the city and where to turn. As far as I remember, it is kind of like a maze, so we need to be able to do that. What is going on? Okay. Let's go to 79. Flanker was an assassin. He caused all the bleeding that you can see on the blue cloak, and eventually we were able to get very friendly with Flanker. In fact, there was a successful seduction going on, and we ended having a little roll on the forest floor with a dangerous black-clad assassin named Flanker. So now Flanker told us in the afterglow of our tryst in the woods, he said that we need to we will probably meet him in Khare. If we meet him, he'll help us. And the game told us, the book tells you at this point, to go to paragraph 79. So let's go to paragraph 79 before we even begin. Okay, Flanker, the assassin you met near Torapani, that was the village, it was next to which the meeting with Flanker happened, arrived in Khare a day ahead of you. If you arrive at either of the references listed below, you may bump into him and talk to him. Memorize these references, you may not write them down. This is, if you like, equivalent to whether or not you recognize him. If you arrive at either of these references, turn to the corresponding follow-up references to see what Flanker says. Oh my god, we need to memorize this. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna write this down. I don't think I'm gonna memorize any of this. My intention is to win. So let's do this. Let's do this. If we arrive at 100 and what was that? 240, we go to 111. So 240, we go to 111 in chat. No, look. Sally, what do you mean by look? Look where? And then there's also, if we arrive at paragraph 110, we need to get to 222. Okay. So 240 and 110. I don't always say the paragraph numbers. I will hopefully remember. It's kind of, it falls on me to be able to remember the number of the paragraph that we need to look. Since it is set in real time, I claim technically chat is not considered cheating. Yes, even though chat does appear right up here, so it'll be recorded for posterity. As far as I'm concerned, I don't mind. You can. I told you actually. It's a blanket permission you have to always to use all of the information you have at your disposal. So just so it's very, very clear, I am not gonna think it's wrong if you have the book or remember it very well. Try to not be very, very obvious about it. If you're very obvious, maybe the audience will understand and they'll get that you're doing it. But other than that, you can help in whatever way you want, and I will not judge. Definitely, never ever. Yeah. So let's begin. I think we're ready to start. So we go to paragraph 1, which is the beginning of the book, and we start reading. Just to remind you, we're a one-man force, one woman, one frog woman force. Did you play the app for the phone? So it was a clone of the book, or was it the one with the actual graphic interface where you walk across the map? Because there's several different apps. There's several different incarnations of this, like digital incarnations of this. Yes. Thank you. Graphic interface. Oh, cool. So it was like the game. They like expanded the game and made it a little bit more interesting. They changed the combat system a little bit. It's the exact same test. It's the official one. So, did you have a combat system where you had to choose like on a line, on a graph, how aggressive you wanted? Just a combat system. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. I heard they expanded the text as well. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this for this stream, this one right now, because it's the same choices and it has more, like there's more stuff happening on screen, because like graphics and stuff, and I actually already bought it on Steam. I really wasn't sure if I wanted to. It's the same one. Yeah, it might just be exactly the same one. The new combat system, Sally, is that when you attack a creature, every round of combat, you don't just roll random dice. You actually choose how aggressive you want to be, which is on a line. The more you drag your character forward on a horizontal line, the more aggressive you are, and then the opponent chooses how aggressive they want to be as well. And according to that, it's determined if you are able to block their attack and deal damage, or if they deal damage to you. So it's like there's some skill actually involved in there. You need to be able to know how. Yeah, it's recommended. Yeah, maybe we'll move to that for the Seven Serpents. Maybe for the next book. I don't know. Maybe even for this one we should have. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. The four sorcery ones were made into these games. There's also lots of other fighting fantasy games that were made into apps, but those, I think most of these apps are exact copies of the book. Just like it's exactly the same. You just see the paragraphs written on the screen with some background music and stuff. But for these, actually, some stuff has been changed. Also, when you pray to a god, the gods change. Remember, Itai, in this book, you can only pray for Libra. This is the goddess of justice. You have different gods in different days. The totems are different every day. So there's some rules differences there. And also you're both a warrior and a wizard. You don't need to make a choice. You can both fight well and cast spells. You can do both. And the spell casting, so maybe we are talking about different games. I don't know. In the one that I tried a little bit at the beginning of the first one, the Shamutanti Hills. Spellcasting was different because you actually construct the letters. Right? Yeah, you could go back in my version as well. I think that we're talking about the same thing. We're probably talking about the same thing. All right. Yep. You need to choose the letters. You have only the first letter to choose, and then when you choose the first letter, it shows you the second letter, which is only the ones that fit the first letter you chose. They're all in, like, the letters floating in the cloud somewhere. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. Okay, so let's talk about Khare. It's a city. We walked through the Shamutanti Hills. It's a whole area that's outside the borders of Analand. The land that we came from is Analand. We're a one person force, one single hero, sent away to infiltrate the land called Kakabad. It's a lawless land full of monsters and devils and all kinds of pests that nobody was ever able to rule. We are sent over there to retrieve the Crown of Kings. The Crown of Kings was stolen from Analand, and because now there's like an archmage who has it, it's now there's like a danger that he'll become an actual ruler of Kakabad. If he becomes the ruler of such a dangerous place full of such dangerous monsters and creatures, it'll be a force that will endanger all of the different kingdoms around Kakabad. It sounds definitely Orientalistic. Yeah, it does, Sally. Of course. The Abad in the end is kind of like Southeast Asian, isn't it? And or I should say, no, not Southeast, somewhere around Asia, spanning from India to somewhere from India to Afghanistan, like these areas. So yeah, definitely. All the names are quite cool. They don't all draw from the same European roots as in most fantasy settings. Analand kind of sounds like European-y, but then again, if only the bad guys are named stuff like Kakabad or or names like that, and it makes you think, what did the writers had in mind when they wrote these books? I think the answer is quite obvious, but we're not going to get into that. So Khare is our second stop. It's just one city we need to get through. It's very important because we need to West Central and South Asian. Yeah, we need to cross a river, and Kakabad is on the river, and it's the only way to cross. It's a very dangerous city. We would have preferred to do it otherwise, but there's no other way, so we're just gonna do it right now. Talk City. Kakabad. Very, very funny. So, Khare, the city of chaos and gateway to the Backlands. The Backlands, not back with a C, just BAK lands. It's where we're going to go in the next book. In the Seven Serpents, you cross the Backlands, which are a more dangerous area than the Shamutanti Hills. It's farther away from civilization. That's going to be book number 3. Khare, City of Chaos, is the gateway to the Backlands. Below you, at the foot of the Shamutanti Hills, sprawls the walled Cityport, slashed viciously by the great Jobaji River. Halfway down the hills, you pause to survey your destination. Legend has it that Khare rose around the only ford across the Jabaji between Lake Lumley and the sea. But this is an unlikely tale. More probable are the stories of river pirates camping in the area, waiting to ambush the small sailing vessel which carried their cargoes of fish between Lake Lumley and the Kakabad Sea. Whatever the reasons, Khare grew. As the camp became a village and the village a city, Khare became a magnet for the ne'er-do-wells of the backlands and the Shamutantis. A multitude of malevolent creatures who would kill you for the laces from your boots drifted into the city. Their lawlessness gave rise to an elaborate system of traps devised by the inhabitants to protect themselves from the criminals who roamed the streets. This is how the city got its name, Cityport of Traps. This is the name of the book, Khare, Cityport of Traps. Of this book, the book number 2. Your own goal lies well beyond Khare, which, knowing only its reputation, you would prefer not to pass through. But pass through you must, for elsewhere crossing the Jabaji is impossible. From your vantage point, you can trace the fortified wall which surrounds the city port. 2 gates open Khare to the rest of the world. Before you is the south gate, your only way in, and on the far side of the city is the north gate, leading on to the backlands. Yep, it is. Yeah, it is the same trope of this large, dangerous, dirty fantasy city. There's this what is this classic old fantasy from I think it's from Mouser, Fufford and the Grey Mouser. There was also a city like that there. Lankmar. Lankmar is also such a city. It also has a lot of roleplay material written about it. You can play lots of OSR systems in Lankmar. So it's also a very popular city that's exactly the same, a copy of the same trope. So in front of the south gate, on the far side of the city is the north gate. We need to enter the city through the south gate and exit through the north gate. Yep. True. Time is passing, and time is precious. You stride off downhill at a brisk pace and reach the gate within the hour. It is locked. If you have a large key presented to you by the Svin chief, you may turn to the reference given when you received this gift. If you do not have the key, you may either knock loudly for the guards or cast a spell. But you can see that we do have a key. It says so right here. At the gates, turn to paragraph number 12. Because we did get the key from the Svin chief close to the end of the previous adventure. So we are going to go to paragraph 12 immediately, bypassing all of the challenge of the south gate. So you take the key out of your pack, you carefully insert it into the lock, and one by one the tumblers click. The door gives, and you start easing it open, looking through the crack between the two doors inside, and there's no one about. You slip quickly inside and you close the gate behind you. Damn, you've left the key and the lock outside. Cross this off your adventure sheet. You left the key outside. That's perfect. You tiptoe into the archway which covers the gate and hide in an alcove. I guess it's one of those ways that quests have of removing useless items because they don't want your inventory to get too packed with useless items that the writers don't want you to use in the rest of the game, right? So in many quests, before you go to the next screen, like in the old Goblins quests, you have to put down the items or pick up the items that you need to have. Otherwise, you can't move forward. Or like all the LucasArts quests, they're all like that. So they're written in a way. I didn't even write the key in the first place. I see. Yeah, it just says so here. The gates turn to 12. So let's delete this because we already used this thing. No more key. There is no sound, and you decide to venture out into the open. Your first cover is a building just inside the wall, and you nip over it. It is made of stone, and the windows are barred. Looking inside, you can see that the room is bare, apart from a wooden bench. And on the wooden bench, there's an old man just sitting on the bench. Will you enter the building and greet the man, or leave and continue onwards? So this is our first choice for today. Will you enter the building and greet the man, or leave and continue onwards? Greet the man. One vote to greet the man. Greet the man. Yep, that's what chat wants. Let's go greet the man. Okay. Right, you try the door to the building. It is locked, but the key is in the lock. Oh, people just leave keys and locks all around. We just did it with the outside door. Now somebody left a key in this lock. Apparently, Khare, Cityport of Traps, but also locks with keys in them already. That should be the actual name of the city. You turn the key and open the door, stepping inside. But as you do so, the door slams shut behind you, and the key turns. You're a prisoner! Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck just... What? Okay. The key turned in the lock? Somebody was waiting for us behind us? Alright. You're in a stone hut with barred windows. Yeah, we just went into a trap. We just blindly walked into the first trap. I hope we don't die right now. But this is a long paragraph, so probably we don't die. Okay, so you're in a stone hut with barred windows. There's a bench against one wall. It's the only piece of furniture in the room. And on this bench, there's an old man sitting. He's dressed in dirty robes, and he stands and he greets you, holds out his right hand. But then when he moves and he does that, you realize that's his only hand. The left sleeve is just hanging limply by his side. He has a missing arm. So he says, what brings you to this wicked place? You tell him that you're heading out of the city, and he says, oh, then I take it, stranger, you're a sorcerer. Indeed, this was my profession before fate, with a little help from an ogre in the Shankar mines, put an end to my ambitions and my career. He gestures at the missing limb to tell you that it's greeting that way, Ribbit. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't shake hands anymore. We got the plague off of it just a couple of days ago. So yeah, he gestures at his missing limb. Only a sorcerer would know the spell to pass through the north gate. You obviously don't know anything of any spell, and he notices the little pause, and he says, You do know the spell, do you not? You stay silent. You don't want to give away anything, but you can't. You can't cheat your way out of not knowing anything about that. You're taken completely by surprise, and his eyes widen and he shakes his head and he says, "Well, then I'd better explain." And the explanation, and that is the premise for the entire book. And I wonder what would happen if we didn't greet the man and we just missed this entire room, because this is when you get the explanation of your quest in this book, right? So this is a very important explanation coming right up. So the north gate is wizard locked, because this north gate is the border between this city, and we would probably just die. That's right. This book is hardcore. This is a gate between this city and the backlands, which are very dangerous. So it's usually locked by a spell. And the magical lock opens only when a particular magical incantation is recited before it. So you need to know the incantation. And there's the first noble of Khare who knows all of this spell. But its 4 lines are also known, one each, by 4 leading citizens. So it's kind of like the Coca-Cola recipe, which is divided between 3 different people, or only certain people know, the secret recipe. So there's 4 leading citizens. Each one knows 1 line of the magic spell. And that means neither one of them can open the gate by themselves, right? You need all 4 of them to open the gate, or to be the first noble of Khare. So he doesn't know who these citizens are. It's a complete mystery who these are. Blah blah blah. But he heard that one is a scholar. One of the leading citizens that we're talking about is a scholar. So that's a clue, an important clue that we need to remember. You ask him also about this building, and he reassures you. Guards will return in a day or so. A day! To release you once they have verified you're not an enemy of the Cityport. Will you now wait for their return, or cast a spell to free yourself? Okay, so now we can wait for their return, or cast a spell. So I'll show you which spells we can cast. Let's see if we know. We can show you. Yep. These are the spells. Do you see the names of the 5 spells? Oh, we need to zoom out a little bit again. Whoops. These are the 5 spells. Okay. So it's Zap, Pop, Fix, Dop, and Fill. The Return of the Guards. It's the guards. So the guards are going to return tomorrow. This is when it's going to happen. They're going to return tomorrow. So we wait a day until they return, or do we cast a spell to free ourselves? This is the 2 options you have, and these are the 5 spells you have. Oh, yes, they are quite nice, he assures you. They're just going to verify that you're not a danger to the city. You find it a little bit weird that he says that, because the city itself is supposed to be very dangerous to outsiders. It's more likely the city is going to be a danger to you than the other way around. No food, unfortunately. No, I've gotten my meal for today a bit earlier, and I've already eaten all of it. He shows you the tray, dirty tray with remains of food that he has. So yeah, no food that he can share. There's only our 3 provisions. Remember that we have our 3 provisions. We're probably going to use one of them if we need to stay the night. We need to eat once per day. But I think we're not going to wait. I don't think we're going to wait. No. I think we're going to do one of these spells. And I think I also know which one we should use, because we've been learning what these spells do. Very fast metabolism. Yes. Frog people need to constantly eat. All frog people have diabetes. You need to constantly eat and keep your blood sugar at a certain level. So I think we're going to use DOP. Okay, I think we're going to use DOP, because DOP is short for door open. Door open is what you use to open locks of any kind of mundane lock. You can just do that. So we're going to do that. We're going to cast DOP. Let's do that right now. Yep. Seems to work. So it costs 2 stamina points. You cast the spell at the door, and you can hear the tumblers in the lock clicking. Giving the door a push, it swings open, and you can escape. The old man leaves with you, thanks you for helping him escape, and hurries off down the road ahead of you. You soon reach a junction. Turn to 81. Cool. So we paid 2 stamina, so we need to write that down. We're down to 16 stamina, and we're gonna be on our way down the street. So we're at a junction. This offers you 3 ways on. So now we already managed to do some things in the game. I need to start drawing the map. I have the feeling we'll really need a map. I think so. I really think we will. So let's start drawing a map of the city. This is gonna be the wall. So it's gonna be, let's do like a double line. And here in this wall, there's the wide gates. And just next to the gate, there's the prison, which I'm gonna assume is right up next to the walls. Let's draw like bars to represent the fact that it's a prison. And then you walk on down the road, and you reach a junction. This junction offers you 3 ways. You're on the outskirts of the city. The huts are grouped loosely about the tracks leading into the city port. So you're in a pretty sparsely populated area of the city. It's still the outskirts of Khare. To the left, a group of scruffy youngsters are walking away up the roadway with packs on their backs. They have backpacks. Ahead, the road leads straight into the center of Khare and would appear to be the main road. And to the right, you see the old man disappearing into a hut on the left-hand side of the track. Which direction will you choose? Left, right, or up ahead? So to the left, there's some children. To the right, the old man went into a hut. And to the straight ahead, it goes right into the center of the city. Which way do you choose? We should go to the old man's hut. Okay, that makes sense. So we turn right in that case. You say we need to turn right so we can make sure he's not a witch. We met a nice witch on the way, didn't we? But definitely I mean, we met two witches. One of them was nice. Was actually really mean to us. So we met two witches. Both of the experience with both of them was very different. So yeah, let's turn right and go to see what this old man is up to. You follow the road to a group of huts. The old man nipped inside a large, dirty-looking hut on the left. You may follow him if you wish, or you may instead enter a hut opposite, from which an interesting smell is floating across the road. Otherwise, you may continue passing the huts. So, otherwise, we did, but also the other witch got rid of the pest, remember, of the little mini-mite. So, one was very nice to us, and one was very mean to us, and we burned her. But also in the mean witch's hut, we found all of these cool spell components. Like half of them is from there. I don't know if Itai's around. Itai, are you around? Do you hear us? Are you with us? Are you listening? Not sure he's with us, Sally. It's all on you. It's all your decision. Sally, my most trusted companion. So, let's go in the old man's hut. Sally, is that the decision right now? You have a decision, Sally? Let's make our choice right now. Going once. Going twice. Hungry, we're like humans too while we join the man's hut. Cool, alright, cool. So we're gonna go in the man's hut. Blah blah blah. Turn to 66. You walk up the door. A nameplate in the middle reads Chainmaker. Chainmaker. Oh, that's the sign on the door. The door is ajar and you enter. No one is inside, but another door is open to the back of the hut. The room you're standing in is draped in chains of all lengths and strengths, and you can barely move around without touching them. Will you call out for the Chainmaker, or have a quick look around the room while no one is about? So snoop around and look around, or do you call out to the Chainmaker? Make your choice. Quick look. Let's do that. Let's take a quick look. I am in favor of your suggestion. Okay. So, you wish to search the room, you will need to test your luck, for you will inevitably cause the chains to rattle as you search the room, and the Chainmaker may hear you. If you're lucky, turn to 181. If you're unlucky, turn to 19. If you do not wish to lose luck here, you may call out for the Chainmaker or leave the hut. We're definitely going to be testing our luck because it's an automatic success for us right now. We have 13 luck. It's more than the maximum amount that you can initially have in the game even. So yeah, we're definitely testing our luck. I'm not going to bother to roll because testing your luck when it's a 13, it's an automatic success. So we're down to 12 luck, and then we succeed in testing our luck. We are lucky. Let's go here. In a small box on the table against one wall, you will find 3 gold pieces. You may take these. You may now either leave the room or continue your search. If you continue, you must test your luck again. Okay, so we take the 3 gold pieces because we paid with luck for them. So I'm definitely going to decide to take them. But, yeah, you search again. Yeah, it sounds like we're going to search again because, again, we have an automatic success. Now that we're down to 11, the next time we test our luck, we'll have a very small chance of actually failing it. But right now, there's still no way to fail. So we're lucky again. Let's go to the correct paragraph. In a cupboard in one corner of the room, you find 2 labeled glass containers. The first is labeled Blimbry Juice, and you recognize it as a medicinal healing potion. Nice. This is also a spell component. Blimbry Juice. The other is a small vial containing a glue, which the Chainmaker uses to hold some of his more delicate chains together. You may take these and either leave the hut or keep searching. If you want to look for more treasures, test your luck again. Nice. So may we either leave or search again. Make your choice while I write down our new treasures. So we have Limberry juice, and we have a jar of glue. We already had a vial of glue, by the way, as you can see here. We already had a vial of glue. Now we have also a jar of glue. We're gonna be a glue magnate. I think we're done. That's your choice. Yeah, we're done robbing the old man, the poor old man, and stealing stuff from his house. We can just go outside. So we're gonna need luck later. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would be very willing to use our luck for treasures. Maybe we should have called him. Maybe. I don't know what would have happened. Maybe it would have been angry. Maybe it was like a fight. You can never know with these books. All the options are on the table. Anything can happen. Opposite the Chainmaker's hut is another hut from which a pleasant smell is wafting. You may go over and see what's happening if you like, or you may continue down the road. So now we can either go to the other hut across the road with a pleasant smell, or we can continue walking down the road. Enter. Of course, Sally. Always choosing to enter wherever we're given the choice. Enter every place and talk to every person. We got the plague from it once, but he also actually got some nice results. It's a trap, but I like food. Yeah, probably gonna be. You try the door. It's open, but you may wish to announce your entry. Will you ask for permission to enter, or shove the door open quickly to surprise anyone who might be inside? Okay, so now if we're suspecting a trap, do we ask for permission to enter or shove the door quickly? Permission. Ask for permission. Cool. Let's go ask for permission. You call out to anyone who may be inside. A voice replies, "Enter, my friend." Hagai. Hey, Hagai. Thank you very much for following. Nice to see ya, Hagai. Okay, so there's this hut. There's a nice smell coming out of it. We call out to anyone who may be inside, and a voice replies, "Enter, my friend, but take care as you open the door." You give the door a shove, and you step back quickly as a vial of liquid falls on the floor from the top of the door. Oh, nice. We actually avoided a trap in the City of Traps. Nice. Okay, so now we've done the right thing, Sally. You make all the right choices. Very, very well. Very nice. We need all the luck we can get and to make all the right choices. Yeah. Yeah. True words, Sally. True words. Okay. You walk forward into the hut. Wow. I mean, they probably want protection. Let's see who lives here. Maybe it's like poor people. Okay. You look around the room. Herbs, vegetables, and meats are lying on tables around the center of the room and hanging from the walls. Evidently, you're in a kitchen of some kind. It is a kitchen with food. At the far end of the room is a fire and a chimney, and suspended over the fire is a pot containing a bubbling broth, the source of the smell which you picked up out in the road. Standing by the fire is an odd-looking creature. It has a humanoid torso and legs, but its head is a solid blob of jelly, and its eyes float loosely about in the front of its face. It has a jelly head. Hanging down from its head on all sides are numerous long tentacles. Jesus. These appear to be its hands, as it has no others. Okay. Legit. And it grips a ladle and a stirring spoon. This strange creature holds your attention, but under one of the tables you have noticed a box from which a scroll and a shiny mirror protrude. A scroll and a shiny mirror. Your host is waiting for your reaction. Okay, so now we have four options. Four options, Hagai. Wait just a second. We have four options. Either try to talk to it, draw your weapon and attack, cast a spell, or leave and continue on your way. These are the four options. Attack, cast a spell, talk to it, or just leave and walk away. This thing is mine. Talk or spell. Talk or spell. Okay, so one vote to either talk or spell. Spell. Okay, so there's 2 votes for casting a spell. Talk. Oh, so now it's a tie. Now it is a tie. 1 vote talk, 1 vote spell. If it's a tie, if it remains a tie, I'm going to be the one to decide. I'm the tiebreaker. I like talking. Yeah, Sally. Usually, up till now, it did pay to talk. Talk. Okay, talk. All right. Thank you very much, the guy. Very nice of you to acquiesce. So the creature, it leans over a table and it drops the ladle and the spoon. Um, okay, it drops the ladle. Wait, is this talk? Seems like the wrong thing. Yep, it is talk. It leans over the table and drops the ladle and the spoon. Will you show it your weapon and demand that it gives you the box under the table, or try to hoodwink it by asking if you can buy food? What? This is but okay, so now you have two options. Either show it your weapon and demand that it give you the box, or try to hoodwink it. I will point out that the book at this point does not give you the option of just being nice to the poor creature. You can either steal or attack, or like threaten. Either steal or threaten. The guy really doesn't want me to decide. That is fair. That is very fair. I don't want me to decide either. I want all the responsibility to be on your shoulders. I'm the GM here. I'm not the hero. You're the hero. All right, make your choice. Either threaten it by showing him your weapon, or try to steal it by distracting it. Rona Harman would like to steal it. Okay, so Sally votes steal, Hagai votes steal. That's 2 votes steal, and that's enough. So we're trying to hoodwink it by asking if you can buy food. This is your plan right now. You're trying to distract it by talking about something else. Its eyes narrow as it looks at you. How do they narrow if they're floating? There's no eyelids, I'd like to know. This is a continuity error. I don't like this. Its eyes narrow as it looks at you, sizing you up. A muffled sound comes from its head, and words which you can barely make out reach you. It offers you a meal, but this will cost you 5 gold pieces. If you wish to continue your deception, you will have to buy a meal. Okay, so we'll have to spend 5 gold pieces and gain 2 stamina, which we're missing right now. We're on 16 out of 18, so we'll gain back the 2 stamina. If you do not wish to pay or cannot afford it, you will either have to leave or attack it. Okay, so we either leave or attack, or we continue the deception and pay for a meal. Yeah, we have 24 gold, that's true. By literally narrowing. Yeah, the eyes themselves narrow in the jelly. That's it. I mean, nobody says it's not possible. That's probably what happens. Pay 5. Sally votes to continue the deception and pay 5 to get a meal. Buy a meal. The guy, do you have a vote? Anyone else wants to vote? Let's pay. Yeah, all right. Let's do it. So let's do it right now. I'm going to pay up the 5 gold, bring us down to 19, and gain the 2 stamina points back that we spent on casting a spell earlier. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Your first meal today. Yeah, it is our first meal today, so we get 2 stamina. On subsequent meals this day, we're not going to get 2 stamina per meal. It's going to be less. So if it's a regular meal from our provisions, instead of 2 stamina, we're only going to get 1. And if it's a better meal, like at an inn, we can get more stamina than that. But it's going to be less stamina than it would have been, because subsequent meals after the first one, you get less stamina for all of the rest of the meals you have. Let's go and eat. The meal is a bristle beast kidneys with a spinach-like vegetable. It's not a particularly pleasant taste, but you force a smile. You're very polite because this is part of the story now. It's part of the deception. You're going with the story. The creature nods and it offers you a mug of dirty liquid to wash it down. You take the liquid and then you act as if you're drinking it, but when the creature looks away for a second, you just spill the drink on the floor intentionally. And then the host says and it's like it's very worried about the drink having spilled down, and it just walks off to get a rag to mop up the liquid. So now he's gone for a second, and you have a chance to steal the box. Chagai, what's wrong? You want to do something completely different? I mean, there's no choices right now. We're not at a point where you need to make a choice, so I don't know exactly what your intention is. Okay. You open the box, you look inside. It seems to contain all the creature's valuable possessions. I mean, we're on a path to stealing the box as it is. And we're opening the box. You're looking inside. Drink the filth. Yeah, no, you're too smart. You didn't drink the filth. You were too smart for that. You actually not only didn't drink the filth, you also were smart enough to spill it and cause a distraction for the creature to go out into the other room for a second. So the box seems to contain all of the creature's valuable possessions. Not a lot of them. Probably not a rich creature. But all of them are in the box, whatever they are. So there's a mirror, an elaborately carved mirror with a gold back. That's the most impressive item. An elaborately carved mirror with a gold back. The parchment scroll contains writings in a language which you do not understand, but you may take it with you anyway. 2 gold pieces are also lying in the box. Oh, nice. We get back 2 gold pieces. Yeah, mirror's probably good, right? It's probably... I think it's a component. Okay, so let's take all of it. So parchment and writing in a language we don't understand, but you may take it with you anyway. Yeah, okay, let's take all of this. Our list of possessions grows ever longer. Ornately carved mirror with gold back and parchment with unidentified writing. Okay. And we get 2 gold pieces back. Yeah, we got 40% of our cash back for this deal. It's a pretty good deal. Let's put the equipment. Oh wait, where is it? Now it doesn't even fit. Let's have a whole other. All right. Good. Now we have 2 lists of equipment which fit in the window, which is what I really wanted. Now, must have quit. We hit the slug, we spilled the mug, we read the scroll, we stole. We took his gold, we ate some mold because our hearts are cold. Sally, very true. This is beautiful. This is Mrs. Daisy McGilligully. I don't know if you know, but our hero, the character that you are portraying, Mrs. Daisy McGilligully, is also a bard. So she makes songs as she goes along. And this is one of those songs, one of those poems that we croak as we leave the hut quickly. Let's go away before our deception is revealed. I love the fact that we went through this hut. There was no option, just be friendly to the creature throughout. Just have a chat, offer to buy something, maybe eat a meal, and just walk out. The game is all about, do you cast a spell to attack it? Do you stab it with your sword? Do you cheat it with lies? Or do you, I don't know, hit it with a fist? This is what it is. Yeah, but we didn't grow up in Khare, Cityport of Traps. We didn't grow up here. We know things from the swamps, they stink. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Mrs. Daisy McGilligully is gonna have a stronger moral backbone, is what I'm saying. Along the road ahead of you, you can hear mixed sounds of a large crowd. There's a large crowd up ahead. Perhaps you're heading towards a market or fair of some kind. You arrive at a junction where you may either continue or turn to the left. So now we need to continue painting the map that we're. Yeah, so there's a hut here, a little hut that we visited with the old man, the chainmaker, right? Another hut here with the weird creature. So for the creature, I'm going to represent it by this portrait of the creature. Here's the 2 eyes suspended in the jelly, and here's the tentacles. Right, that's the tentacles, a jellyfish, and here's a chain. Represent the chain master. The hut of the chainmaster that we also robbed. We've already committed 2 robberies, two petty thefts. So now we can either turn left or go up ahead. Which do we choose? Left or up ahead? Up ahead is like a noise of a large gathering of people. Make your choice. Itai, your theory is makes sense. Still seems too quick, too fast. We took to the populace. Up ahead. Okay, to where the noise is coming from. Sally, Chagai, do you have any votes? Hey, Alon. Feel free to join in. Noise is fine. Okay, cool. We have 2 votes to go up ahead. Sure. Let's continue up ahead. You press on, there's a bend in the road. A couple of 100 yards ahead, you can see crowds of people and creatures sprawling across the roadway. Several tents have been erected which are joined by lines of colorful flags. You're approaching some sort of festival. You decide to continue to see what is going on. You mingle with the crowd and pass around the various events. A group of musicians is playing a merry jig for a couple of dancers. Elsewhere, a dwarf has a trained dancing bear on a lead. And from a marked-out ring under a canvas, a ruffian is asking for challengers to take on his champion. Nice. Do you wish to watch? Good evening, Alon. Hey, what's up? Join us. So now there's a choice. You got to a festival. So do you want to watch the dancers, watch the dancing bear, try to your luck against the champion in a fight, or leave the festival? These are your 4 options. Make your choice right now. Sally continues to speak the truth. Fight. Yeah. Okay, 2 votes to fight the champion. Nice. All right, any more votes? Kill that thing with dirty tricks. They won't contest it. Yep, okay. So we're gonna fight the champion of the festival in the arena. Oh, I want to show you this picture. This is a nice one. Look at that. Look at this. This picture. I like it. I like these creatures. From within the ropes of the ring, the ruffian's voice is announcing the challenger. All right, folks. We now have a challenger. In the white corner, let's hear your appreciation for Anvar the Barbarian. Cheers come from the onlookers. And in the black corner, brawling champion of Khare, the mighty ogre, the one they call Skull Splitter, Cargo of Dadulay. Wow, these cool names. I love it. Again, there's like cheers from all over the crowd. A big bald-headed brute steps into the ring. This should be quite a fight. The barbarian is taller than the ogre, but the ogre's arms... Anvar the Barbarian. Yeah, so he's taller than the ogre, but the ogre's arms and legs are solid muscle. Wagers are being made in the crowd. You may, if you wish, bet on the outcome of the fight. Or you may decide just to watch. You may also take up the Champion's Challenge yourself, as the prize for the winner is 15 gold pieces. Nice. Okay, so do we... this fight, do we bet or do we not place a wager? Yeah, we're probably gonna challenge the winner later, but do we bet or not? First of all, we can bet on the outcome of this fight before we join in. This is a choice you need to make. Festival. This says festival. Okay. I'm 100% for being impulsive in every choice. I think we bet we have 50%. Okay, let's. I don't know how much it costs to bet. I don't know. Let's try. Let's try to bet. Let's see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. A wager man passes by. You ask what odds he's offering. Feeling lucky, eh? He chuckles. I'm giving 3-1 on the challenger or 1-3 on the champion. Oh, you can bet. Yeah, you can choose to bet on one of them. 3-1 on the challenger, 1-3 on the champion. Which do you fancy? You may place any bet you like on either the barbarian or the ogre. For each gold piece you put on the barbarian, you will get 3 back if he wins, because the barbarian is the challenger. So you get a lot of money if he wins. But for every 3 gold pieces you put on the ogre, you will only get back 1 if he wins. It's low odds because he's already the champion. If you choose the winner, you also get back your stake money. Place a bet if you wish, then turn to 2, 3, 4. Cool. The challenger wins because it's boring otherwise. Yeah, Sally's performing a narrative analysis of the story and choosing according to that, and it kind of makes sense. Just remember, I don't remember who wins. Just to make sure I don't remember who wins, but it feels like they're messing with you. Well, Sally is suggesting to put 2 on the challenger. Yeah, that way we won't lose too much. But if we win, we're gonna win 3 times 2, which is another 6 gold pieces. That's a lot of winnings, actually. How much do we have? We have a total of 21. After all the robberies we committed, we have a total of 21 gold. Let's put like 33% of our monies. 33%? 7 gold on the challenger? We have 6, we'll only lose a bit. Yeah, Sally's more conservative. So now, okay. Chagai put 7. Wow, okay. This is an open question. There aren't just two choices. There's more than 2 options. A lot of options here. Settle on 4. I think I'm gonna settle on 5. There's 2 votes for 7, 1 vote for 2. So I think I'm gonna settle on 5, which is more to the side of 7 gold. So we're gonna bet 5 on the challenger, which is it's the high stakes. Place a bet if you wish, then turn to 2, 3, 4. Okay. The fight starts. You must resolve this battle between the barbarian and the ogre. Oh, we're actually gonna play the fight between the 2 of them. Yeah, it's actually gonna be something we're playing out. But look at that. If you have placed a bet and the battle is going against your chosen winner, you may cast a spell to help him. So we're gonna play this fight. The barbarian is our champion, and you see that he's less skilled. He has 7 skill. The ogre has 9 skill. So it's stacked against us, of course, but we can cast a spell. So there's Kid, Jig, Sun, Dum, and Yag. Some of these I remember what they do. Actually, I remember what some of these do. The middle 3. The middle 3 I remember. Do we want to cast some of these spells? I think we do. I think we do want to cast a spell. We suddenly became a terrible person. Last book you were honorable. It's true. You know what? I think maybe it was because we slept with the assassin. Flanker we already established we have a boy back home, and we didn't want to cheat on him, but then Flanker seduced us. Maybe there's like a little bit of a crisis, a moral crisis. Who are we? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the rest of the book. We'll see in the next book as well. Maybe once we're out of the city, suddenly we get good again. I don't know. But yeah, we're a pretty terrible person. Really terrible person in this book for some reason. So we cheat, of course, right? Impermanence of self. Sure. Doctor. I think that's the point of this book. You enter the city honorable, and every choice in noble instantly leads you to death. Every choice in noble. Oh. No question cheat. So what do we cast? If I remember correctly, Jig, you need a bamboo flute, which we have. We have a flute, and it causes the target to dance uncontrollably. It's like the D&D spell that causes people to dance. There's Sun, makes a bright light, but we need a component. I don't know if we have it. I don't remember what the component is. And Dumb makes someone very slow. But it is one of the broadly reliable, expensive spells which cost 4 stamina to cast. Jig is only 1 stamina. Yeah, dance. I don't know what Kid and Yag is. Do they even exist? Let's see if Kid and Yag even are in the list. Kid. I don't see Kid. And I don't see Yag. Is there Yag? I guess these don't exist. Oh, Kid does exist. Kid does exist. So Yag is the one that doesn't exist. So let's jig. Let's cast jig. We have a flute. It says so. It says here musical pipe. So it's a flute. Kid is there in red. Yeah, Kid I did find, but then Yag I don't know if it's. We now bet in the festive days. Let us check what. Look what? And if our ladies favors not, we will blow on your boat. You've had better, Sally. You've had better. On our own boat, we'll blow. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Luck. Oh, luck. Luck. What luck says in our ladies favors not. Okay, yes, I see now. I'm missing a little bit of context there. Another one of our bardic songs. So yeah, well, let's cast jig. Let's go for it. Deduct 1 stamina point. It costs 1 stamina. Do you have a bamboo flute with you? If you do not, you cannot make this spell work. If you have a bamboo flute, you may pull it out, play a tune, and cast a spell. Whichever of the contestants you aim the spell at will stop fighting and start to dance uncontrollably. But when this happens, the fight stops, and all eyes turn angrily towards you for tampering with the contest. Someone in the crowd grabs your flute and breaks it, while the other pushes you out of the crowd. You will have to leave. Oh no. No, we haven't been to 244. I think we haven't. Did we? I don't know. Yeah, so we actually played. We cast a spell which involved playing music out of a flute in the middle of a fight. Yeah, that was a terrible mistake. Yeah, no, we're not gonna burn them, Sally. We're not out in the hills, in the lawless hills. We're in a lawless city now, and people will get us if we burn people. That's not gonna be what we do here. No burning houses. Yeah, that was terrible. We lost 1 stamina. Oh, Jesus. That's a terrible, terrible choice. But we made it. We made it, and we lost our flute. Oh no. 244? Why are you asking about 244? What's up with 244? Oh yeah, we did get it to, yeah. But you remember something about it? 244? No, it's not 244. It's 240. Look at the adventure sheet. It says so. If you're in 240, you go to 111, and if you're at 110, you go to 212. Right? Let's make sure I remember it correctly, because I remember where we needed to go. Flanker 240. Oh, 244. Shit. 244. You're right. I just wrote the wrong number. We were at 244. That's the fair. And we should have recognized Flanker, our love. Oh no, we're gonna. Okay, so what happens right now is that people are angry at you. They break the flute in half. They push you out of the crowd because they're very angry, and you are out in the fair. You're supposed to go. I remember the thing by heart. Yes, so you're gonna be very valuable, Shin, today in today's stream, because it's a very, we've already noticed, it's a very volatile place, this city. So we're gonna recognize Flanker now. You are running away from people who want to catch you or just drive you out of the fair. But then when you do that, suddenly somebody calls from within the crowd ahead of you. Aha! My friend and lover. Flanker is there. He recognizes you, and he says, "Oh, yeah, you enjoy the fun of the fair." You go, no, I need to hide. So he just takes you with his cloak, and he just hides you for a little while, and you walk to the side a little bit because you just like hides you, and you need to get away from the crowd. It's still like looking for you. But once you're safe, you take a few steps away from the angry crowd. You tell me a little bit about what happened to you. He asks you, okay, tell me about your adventures. Tell me about what everything that happened. A bit this week. Shin came prepared. I should play the game again this week. Awesome. Nice, nicely done. So, you tell me about what happened with you since your encounter. You tell me about what happened to you since you came into Khare, and you search for the spell necessary to open the north gate. You're looking for 4 lines of the spell. He says, I wonder if I can help. My friend Lortag the Elder lives not far from here, is a sage, and he may know something of this spell you require. If you already have one of the lines of the spell, you've already visited Lortag. Okay. Blah, blah. If you do not have any lines of the spell, you may let Flanker take you to his friend. He will take you back towards the south gate along a road where a well-kept house is standing. Oh, okay. Cool. So he just takes you away from the fair, and he takes you along the south gate, along a road where a well-kept house is standing. It will then leave you, and you may walk up to the front door. Turn to 140. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, they take you back. It's true. I do think it's something that if you don't know Flanker, like you miss it and you don't have the lines of the spell, which is part of what I disliked about this book when I played it as a kid, to tell you the truth. In the Shamutanti Hills, there are some very bad choices you can make, like getting the plague, and then you like really need to do something. But you have the prayer to your goddess, the Libra. You can remove plagues and curses. You can do other stuff that like takes care of. Yeah, you can do some. You have some other options to get rid of really bad things that happen to you. We were at a very low spot in the middle of the Shamutanti Hills, and then we got all better because we managed to find the place that healed us. And you have several outs, and here you have to actually find these 4 lines. And if you don't, you're just fucked. You just die when you get to the end. And I'm thinking, like in the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, we're probably going to need to cheat when we get to the end, which I really don't mind. Okay, so he leaves you. He leaves you at the door. He gives you a little peck on the cheek, and he leaves, and he says, bye, beautiful. And you can walk up to the front door. Okay, so the whole affair at the fair just cost us 1 stamina and our flute, which sucks. I think we could have been the champion. We could have been so good. I think it's I don't like this way. I don't like this way of making you play it over and over. Just realizing the first time through, realizing that you've made the wrong choices, and then you need to get to several like specific paragraphs at a certain order. I don't like that. I like the fact that you can make better choices when you play the book again, when you replay it, which I did with some of these books. But I don't like the fact that you can't. Like it has to be a very specific series of paragraphs. So. There's a solid oak wood door at the front of this hut. It's decorated with elaborate carvings. In the middle of it, a great brass knocker is set. You rap 3 times on the knocker. A few moments pass, and the door opens. And there's an elderly man in a gown standing before you. It's a strange, spiky creature, like a large lizard. Wow. Oh no, sorry, it's not that. A strange spiky creature like a large lizard nestles next to his leg. So it's not him, the lizard, it's an actual lizard nestling next to his leg. You greet the man. He returns your greeting, and he appears to be friendly. He's gonna let you enter, but he says you need to leave your weapon outside, or to hand him your weapon, and he's just gonna put it aside. Are you gonna hand him your weapon, or are you gonna force your way in with your weapon? That's your choice. You're gonna hand him the weapon, or are you gonna force your way in? Yes. Yes. What, Sally? Hand it. Cool. Any other votes? I'm a bit mellow now. Let's hand it. The fighting spirit died down a little bit with what happened at the fair. Yeah, I think we learned our lesson. That was a hard lesson. Yeah, we paid the price. Okay, so we hand our weapon. I think it's the right choice. I mean, he has one of the lines, obviously, right? He's gonna have one of the lines. He takes your weapon, he leaves it by the door. The weapon, I remind you, you can see it on the screen at the corner, the opposite corner over there. It's the pogo sword stick. Don't forget to take down our gold. Down our gold? What do you mean take down our gold? So he's Lorteg the Elder. He's a scholar and a sage. Oh, a scholar. We were told a scholar has one of the lines. So yeah, he's a scholar. You follow into his study. Let's go into the study. It's an elegant room lined floor to ceiling with books. You converse with him on the way and learn that he's a sage and a scholar who now teaches local children. He seems to be a fairly peaceful fellow, quite out of character with the city he lives in. He explains that he has a good life and wishes to spend the rest of it doing what he can to help civilize the city. As it is apparent that he may be able to help you with your quest, you ask him if he knows anything of the spell needed to open the North Gate. We lost the bet. Oh, yes, we lost the bet. We gave 2 gold pieces. You're absolutely right. Yeah, no. I mean, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat, but not in these cases. We're gonna mostly try to play the book as intended. Oh no, we didn't pay 2. We paid 5 eventually. Yeah, it's a 16. Oh shit, that's awful. Okay, so yeah, he's a sage and a scholar. Yes, he knows 1 line of the spell. He says, I know 1 line of the spell, and this I will gladly tell you if you can help me with a problem I am having. You go, problem? Well, you're asking me for help? He says, yes, I've recently been trying to decipher some runes. I'm working on an exercise, but I am now stuck as I do not know which rune follows in this sequence. Which would you say should follow? You have some knowledge of runes and study the problem carefully. Look at the sequence depicted on the illustration and choose the rune that you think should follow. Let's look at the illustration. Look at this illustration over here. That's Lortag. That's Lortag right there. This is him. Look at all the scrolls behind him. He must be a scholar and a sage. He has lots of books. And this is the riddle. This is the puzzle. Which follows in the sequence? I'm not sure which is going to be the next one. Huh? Lortag. Okay, let's solve this. Let's solve this. So there's a different number of shapes of different kinds on each of these. Does anybody have any idea of what should be the solution? What should be the solution to this riddle? It's a sequence. It goes, I think, from left to right, probably from left to right, and there should be a next step. Shin, I don't think is around. I don't see Shin speaking in chat right now, so we'll have to do it without them. We'll have to just do it ourselves. Come on, go ahead. I'm sure you can. You can figure it out. Or we, rather. I'm going to be part of it as well. But what are we? What is going to be the next one? Let's count. The first one has 5 shapes, then 3, then 6. 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, and then there's an empty piece of parchment. Too small. You don't see it? Oh, now you really can't see it. Let me try to. Okay, this is it. And now it also I need you to see the next. So this is it. And these are, the options are, oh, you don't see one of the 4 possible answers. Bad at these visual puzzles. I'm not sure it's a visual puzzle. I don't know what it is. I have a guess. All the pieces have an arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all of them have an arrow. It's true. So it points in different directions, and there is only 1 piece with an arrow from the answers. Ooh. This is not my guess. This is not what I was what I guessed. I thought about it. So they all have an arrow, and only one of the answers has an arrow. Only this one right here. So that's an option. Let me tell you what my guess was. We have 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. So I thought the next one should be 1, the 1 piece right here, this with just the 1, because then you get a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm now thinking, Itai, you might be right and I'm wrong. So, any other suggestions? Exactly, it's a D6. It's the 6-sided. It's the 6 sides of a D6. Don't trust me. The 1 is a good answer. I was wrong about jig. We all wanted to jig. I wanted to jig as well. We all wanted to have a good jig. We were all wrong there, brother. We're all wrong there, my friend. It was clear that we're gonna cheat. I hope you're right. Well, I hope you're right. Let's go with 1, I guess. Okay, you're voting for my answer. I'm gonna be quite embarrassed if I'm wrong. I'm gonna be quite embarrassed. Okay, so let's minimize this again. Oh. Whoops. All right. Seems a bit smaller than it was before, but whatever. There is, but there's dice on every page. There's these 2 dice are on every page. Look, there's dice here as well. Look, it's a 6 and a 4. This is a 1 and a 4 because you're supposed to be able to use this book as a dice roller. They put 2 dice on the bottom of every even page, I guess, or I don't know if it's the even, but on the bottom of all the right-hand side pages, and you can just leaf through it and stop on a random page, and it's like rolling 2 6-sided dice. Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. Let's choose 1. Let's choose the 1. Fuck it. We're there. We're doing it. We're doing it. So he said, let me see that. Why do you think this is correct? You explain that the others represent spots on a gambling die. This rune is the missing one. Of course, he exclaims. He's very excited at your having solved this problem and enthusiastically agrees to help you in your quest. I decide part of the canon of this adventure is that he knew the answer to this riddle. He was just testing you. He's a scholar, and unless they want us to think that he's actually very dumb, no, he must have known the solution to this riddle. But anyway, he says, yeah, of course, I'll help you. He's not a gambler. Yes, he's a good guy. I know of only 1 line in the spell that you require, and it reads as follows. So tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. So tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. Wow. It's actually, ow. Jesus. Okay. So let's see. Let's make sure we write this down. So tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. What the fuck does that even mean? Another poem we had which we didn't even use. So tumblers 2 deep. So tumblers 2 sealed deep inside. Okay, that's the first line of the spell. We got that. Doesn't mean anything open with the number. Oh, 2. Nice one. Yep. I know, I get it. Okay, so we have 2. And then he says, so in this city, often the creatures know more than the menfolk, so this gift may be of use to you. And he hands you a small pouch. You reach inside it and you feel something that feels like fur. You pull it out. It's a green furry wig which may be useful in your spells. Yes, a green wig is a spell component. The language spells, the ones that let you talk to people and to animals. So green furry wig. We're gonna use it definitely. Yeah, we're gonna definitely use it when casting spells, when we need to talk to things. Okay. You pull it out, blah blah blah. You say thank you very much, and you decide to go on collecting your weapon on the way out. Restore your luck to its initial level. Nice. We're back up to 13. Blah blah blah, and let's keep going. Okay, so we got 1 out of 4 lines. Very nice. Now I cannot continue drawing the map, unfortunately, because he took us back towards the gate, which means he took us back here, like into this junction, and then we turned a certain way, and I don't know which way. I don't know which way we went, so I don't know. I guess it was up here, maybe, or I don't know. Okay. A little further along the road, you come to a tradesman's area where potters, weavers, and artists are showing off their wares outside their huts. Will you stop and look or continue? Do you stop and look at the artists showing their wares outside their huts, or do you continue walking ahead? The gates are probably back. Stop and look. Okay, 1 vote to stop and look. Any other votes? Stop and look. All right, cool. 2 votes. Always look, Sally. True. Stop and look. Let's go. There's 2 artisans that look particularly interesting, that catch your eye. One of them it has no hands and is showing a series of portraits. A painter with no hands. And there's a fire master who's displaying ornate fires, all colored in different hues, different colored fires. That's very nice. Which do you want to look at, the artists or the fire master? A painter with no hands or a fire master? Shin says fires. Artist is more impressive. Yeah. How do they draw with no hands? So 2 votes artist, 1 vote fire. Any more votes? Any other votes? Anyone? Going once. Going twice. Gone to the artist. Let's go. The artist works. Turn to 18. So the artist portraits are various nobles in Khare. Oh, it's nobles. This could be... Oh, Hagai says fire now. We already went forward. It's a tie anyway, which means I would have decided... So I just decide to go ahead with what we already chose, which is the artist. So the portraits are of various nobles in Khare. You wonder how he can possibly paint without hands. And he explains that he has a magical paintbrush with which he can paint by will. Nice. Yeah, it has to be a clue. He tells you that he's now actually using the paintbrush to paint inside his hut. Do you want to enter the hut to see his current creation? That's suspicious. Or do you look instead at the Fire Master's fires? Oh, we have the... Okay. We have the option to go back to the Fire Master, leave the painter alone. Or do we go back to his hut to see... Don't go inside the hut. So Itai is voting to go to see the fires. Any other votes? We had a tie to begin with, so now kind of I'm assuming Itai is now switching over to the fires. Sheen really wants... I don't care about the fires. I mean, you don't have the option. Just keep going. I know hut equals death. You know that for a fact? Well, then we need to not go in the hut. In that case, I think Daisy is very curious. Well, Sally, when you play Daisy, she is very curious. So, okay, so 2 votes to go to the Fire Master. Leave this guy alone. Alon also votes fire. Okay, cool. That's 3 votes to go to the Fire Master. That's enough. Let's go to the Fire Master. Let's see the fires in different hues. You walk over and greet the Fire Master. He smiles. And he says, "Are you interested in my fires?" He says, "Look at the beautiful fires of white and green and blue and black flames." You wonder how he can create fires of all these different colors. And he says, "Oh, look at this. I have these special rocks. He shows you a flame, which is a normal red-orange color, and he places a rock inside this fire. The fire immediately turns green. It becomes like a bright green around this rock. They just placed it inside the fire. So this is very impressive. Everyone around you, there's some more onlookers. They say like, wow, and ooh, and everyone's like very impressed with this. Blah, blah, blah. He says, oh, well, I guess these rocks, they are not spell components and they are not very useful as weapons. Maybe for you, I have some special things I can offer to you. Do you want to come back to my hut? And now you can either enter his hut or look at the artist's paintings. Notice that we now do not have the option to just keep going. We're stuck going into the hut of either the fire master or the artist. So that's the choice. So Shin is voting the fire master hut. Sally is voting the painter's hut. Itai is already mourning Mrs. Daisy McGilligully. And we have a couple more people in chat. I love this. I love it when these books do that. We can still pray. Yeah, we can pray. That's true. We can pray. Okay. Come on. Make your votes. We have one vote each. One vote painter, one vote fire master. I want to know what you're actually going to do, Daisy. Come on. Somebody. The guy is still around. Itai alone. Fire master. 2 votes fire master. Painter is creepy. Well, they both invited you into their huts. Going twice. Alright, fire it is. Have a look inside. Come on. And he leads you into his hut. Probably never seen again. You enter the hut. In the center of the room, underneath an open chimney, a fierce fire is burning. Although the blaze is considerable, very little heat is actually coming out from it. So it's a fire. It looks like a huge bonfire, but there's not so much heat coming from it. Looking into it, you can see a wooden chest. Exactly. You can see a wooden chest resting on the embers in the center of the flames, but it is not burning. It's a wooden chest. It's not burning. It's in the fire. If you're apprehensive, you may leave the hut and continue on your way. Otherwise, you may plot a way to see what treasures might lie in the chest. You could try stepping into the flames as they are not hot, or you can cast a spell. Okay, so we're told the flames are not hot, so you can just step into them. That's one choice. Or you can cast a spell. Let me show you what these spell options are. There they are, right here. So, you have Zip, Tell, Nip, Gop, and Mag. I don't know which one of these actually exist. Let's go back and take a look again. Zip, Tell, where the Fire Master is not there. There's no description of the Fire Master. There's no description of the person. So, sometimes in these books, you can get to a certain paragraph in more than one way. The guy's balls to the wall aggression again. Just step into the fucking flame. Sure thing. So that was one vote. Just step into the flame. Spell. Okay, 2 votes. Spell. Check which are real. Yeah, let's check which spells are real. So we have Zip, Tell, Nip, Gop, and Mag, and our spells are. So Zip exists. Zip is right here. Tell is here. Tell exists, right? Mag. Shin wants Mag. Mag exists. Yeah, Mag is here. Mag is here. What else do we have? Zip, Tell, Nip, Gop, and Mag. What is Nip and Gop? Do we have Gop? We have Nif. We don't have Nip, though. And Gop. What is Gop? The GOP. Oh, yeah, we already had Gop. We laughed. We joked around about it being the GOP, and it doesn't exist. Tell sounds good. I want to know what it is. Zip is Lightning Bolt. No. Zap is Lightning Bolt. Zap is Lightning Bolt. Zip is something else. Spell. So, Tell is telepathy. Mind reading. Oh, okay. So that's not going to be very useful. Or maybe we can read the mind of the Fire Master if he's there. Zip is an Omega. Yeah. You need a thing for it. Oh, you need a thing for the mind reading as well. And we don't. Do we have the thing? Well, we have the thing. Okay, so 1 vote Mag from Shin. What other votes do we have? Which spells do you want to use? Zip, I think Zip is like jumping. It's like jumping a short distance. Mag. What is Mag? Shin usually knows their stuff. Shin usually knows what the best choice is. I won't call it cheating. Mag is magic shield. Is it? Well, it's very, very good if it is. I think oh, what's the shield? Walk. W-O-K, right? Is there W-O-K? Yeah, there's walk. That's the shield. Wait, is it big 6? No, Mag is not one of the big 6. Mag is magic shield. Oh, it shields you specifically from magic, maybe. Right. Walk is physical shield because it looks like a walk. Yeah, we talked about this. It creates a shield which is the shape of a walk, which is why it's called walk, of course. Okay, so let's do Mag. Let's do Mag. I'm gonna choose Mag. Deduct 2 stamina points. You cast a spell around yourself and you step into the flames. You feel nothing. You open up the chest in the middle of the fire and find 10 silver pieces and a silver mirror. You grab these and step out of the flames. You look at your treasures, and before your eyes, the objects turn from silver to gold. You found 10 gold pieces and an elegant gold-backed mirror. We now have 2 gold-backed mirrors and 10 gold pieces. So that's probably a magical component, and now we have 2 of them. Gold back. Another gold-backed mirror. I don't know which spell this is. Probably I think it's the illusion or something. I think it's the illusion spell that needs a gold-backed mirror. And we're up to 26 gold pieces. Nice. Okay. We're okay. We're not doing too bad. You quickly hide them in your pack as a voice calls from outside. Well, what do you think? Oh, so the Fire Master just waited outside. Just waited outside and let you go walk into the hut just by yourself. You remember that you're supposed to be considering the fire. You leave the hut, telling him that you're not interested, thank him for the demonstration, and walk on down the road. Nice. Okay, cool. So we go down 2 more stamina points to 15. But that was totally worth it. Yeah, not interested. He says, all right, that's okay. As long as you didn't touch the chest and are a mage of any ability and you looted my stuff, you can just go ahead. Just go away. And you go away. Very, very nice. Nicely done. We robbed another hapless creature. We now had 3 successful thefts or robberies. And 1 failed attempt at cheating at the game, at the fight. You continue along the road until you reach a Y junction where you carry on northwards. They decided for us. You carry on northwards. Can you check what is in Painter Hut? I don't remember the paragraph numbers. I'm not sure. Was it 108? Nope. It wasn't 108. I don't remember. I don't remember the paragraph numbers, and I think just whatever. And yeah, we carry on northwards. Yeah, why not? You reach a junction with several roads converge. You may continue ahead or turn to the right. Okay, continue ahead or turn to the right. No signs now. No hints about what happens. We can just go ahead or to the right. In this case, I will tell you, I have gotten a hint from a friend before we started. Don't turn to the right. He didn't remember where or why. Turn to the right. 2 votes right. Against the hint that we got. But Itai and Shin seem to be pretty determined that right is the right choice. So let's do it. Any more votes? Left. There's no left, Sally. There's only up ahead or to the right. 2 votes right. Any other votes? I forgot what Golden said. Yes. Yeah. I say not right. So we now have one vote each. Right and ahead. Oh no, we were doomed. I don't know. He said he didn't remember which junction it was, and he didn't remember why. He just remember going right is not the right is not smart in one point. I don't know how seriously we need to take this warning. What's gonna be our choice? We have a tie, one vote each. I'm gonna be yeah, no left. No left choice. But we're not left person anymore. That was the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We're not left person. Right. Oh. Okay, 2 votes to the right. Let's go to the right then. Let's go to the right. 84. Okay, cool. You soon arrive at another crossroads where you may either turn left or carry straight on. Another meaningless choice. Left or straight on? Come on. Help me out. Straight. Shin is determined. Shin knows where we're going. Left. Okay, 1 vote straight, 1 vote left. Are you painting a map? I need to. I kind of should. But we got turned around already. I don't know. Let's just draw a new map. Let's draw a new map because I think we got into the maze part of the city. Let's do this. A junction where several roads converge. You may either continue ahead or turn to the right. So we were walking north. We can either turn ahead, go ahead or turn to the right. We went right. And now we can either go ahead or turn to the left. This is the beginning of a new part of the map, which I hope continues to make sense. The cat is here hiding the screen. And yeah, so I hope that continues to be useful for us. So yeah, we turn to the right. Cat wants to sit on me. Let's let the cat get comfortable. Okay. The guy is with Shin, so 2 votes straight, 1 vote left. That's 2 votes to continue straight and 1 vote to go left, which is north. Do you have any more votes? The cat is now here to play with us. Look at Sprat the cat. He's here to say hi. Say hi, Sprat. No more votes? It changed to... What? Changed to what? I don't understand what the meaning of this is, even. I see. Well done. But we're still gonna vote straight. We're still gonna be straight in this adventure. 322. Okay. You follow the road to another junction. You can hear the voices of a crowd off to the left, and you turn in this direction towards a bend in the road. What? Jesus. 3... Oh, we were already there. Wait. This doesn't make sense. Turn left or carry straight on. Oh my god. This is this. It's this. Yeah, we're back at the fair. We're back at the festival. We went around the bend and we got to the festival again. We don't need this. This is useless. This was the junction. We were here. We were like here and then we went north. Oh my god. No take backsies, Sally. You own your dad jokes. We love dad jokes in this channel. Nothing to apologize for because that was brilliant. So, okay. So we're back at the fair. Yeah. This is so weird. There's like a whole other set of paragraphs. Yeah. Oh God, we're back at the fair. Yeah, you're back at the fair. You can do everything again. God. Okay. We can choose. We can go to the dancers or the dancing bear, or we can go to the arena again. We can go to the arena once more, and it's going to be the same fight again because it's the same paragraph. What do we do? Make your choice. Yes. Sally votes yes, which I'm assuming yes is go back to the fight, go back to the arena and trying to fight again. Arena, Chagai, bloodlust again. Redeem ourselves. Yeah, let's fight again. I say let's try to cheat. We know there's stats now. Let's try to recognize flanker again. No. Pretend you're surprised. Perfect. That's perfect. Oh, I love this. This is a maze. This goddamn city is actually a maze, just like I remembered. I'm so surprised there was like a whole other set of paragraphs. Yeah, but I think it says in the book in the special paragraph, like the secret paragraph where you get these instructions, it says that if you get there again, you can't recognize him again, right? Yeah. Oh, there's an exit from his segment. Let's see. No, there's no exit. You can either go to Lord Tag again or to the Sage, or you can go back to the fair. There's no exit. There's no other separate exit. And into the firehead again. We'll be rich. We can just get gold pieces and gold back mirrors again and again. But it's gonna cost us 2 stamina. The guys, we cast a spell for two stamina each time. Look at more about teeth. Yeah, there must be a loop here. Hey Walrus, hey, nice to see you. So we're in a fair, and we're gonna go fight again because that's the votes we have. We're gonna go fight again. We're gonna try our luck against the champion. Let's go into the fight once more. Let's make the right choices now. Okay, this I'll remind you. These are the two fighters, the two warriors. This is the challenger here. Is the bar? No, oh sorry. This is the challenger. Which one of these is an ogre? Oh, this is the referee. This is the barbarian, and this is the ogre. Okay, so this is the barbarian, the challenger. This is the ogre, which is the current champion. So the challenger against champion, and now we're gonna bet. We're just um make a choice of whether or not we're gonna bet again or not. I do want you to decide if we're gonna bet again because if we're betting, we're probably either gonna bet on the stronger one or we're gonna be challenger. Bet on the challenger. So make the risky bet again. Sally wants us to make the risky bet, the one with the higher odds that gives us a larger prize, but it's on the weaker warrior. No. You know what? Sally changes her mind. Hagai, let's bet on the champion. Okay, Hagai wants to make the safer bet on the champion. Sally also on the champion. Okay, cool. Any other votes? Any other votes? 33% of our monies. A third of our money on the champion. So we'll get a third of that, right? We get a third of our bet if we bet on the safe choice on the champion. Too much. I mean, he's the stronger one. He has both more skill and stamina. Put 4 or 5. We need to put a multiple of 3. It needs to be a multiple of 3 because we get 1 per 3. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? The guy. What is unclear? 6 gold pieces. We can win 2. Okay, cool. A return of 30% on the safe bet. Yeah, of 1/3. We get a return of 1/3. 1/3 over the bet. Terrible ROI. I mean, he's very likely to win. I mean, he's very likely to win. So risky. Alon says Challenger 2. Sally also Challenger 2. Okay, there's a lot of shift. Come on, make your final choices now. We are betting, that's for sure. It's sure that the audience wants to bet. The chat wants to bet. But are we betting on the challenger or on the champion? And is it going to be 2 gold pieces or more? No more votes. We're betting 2 on the challenger. You should pick a different spell. Yeah, well, I mean, let's try to cheat anyway, probably, right? Let's try to cheat in any case. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Let's bet. Let's go to 190 and let's look at the place a bet if you wish. Okay. This is the fight. We paid two. We paid two. And now these are, again, the options we have. Kid, Jig, Sun, Dumb, and Yag. Now, Jig, not only do we get caught, also we lost the component. We lost the flute, so we can't do it at all. Dumb is one of the big six. Dumb is one of the big six. It's going to cost us 4 stamina. Okay, it's going to cost us 4 stamina, but it's going to make a creature slow. It's going to make them slow down and clumsy. Okay, so that probably is quite a strong option. There is Sun, which creates light, and I don't remember what the component for this is. There is Kid. I don't know what Kid is. I don't remember. And there's Yag. Oh, Yag does exist, and it's I think Yag is when it's scary. It scares them. Yeah, does Yag exist? I don't see Yag. Oh no, Yag doesn't exist. No, that's my mistake. Gak is scaring. Gak is scaring. Yeah. We're not paying 4 stamina for like 1 to 2 gold. We're gonna gain 4 gold because we bet 2. No, we're gonna gain 6 gold. Sorry, we're gonna gain 6 gold. The exchange around here is 1 2 stamina for 10 gold. Nice. Sun needs Sun Jewel. Do we have that? We don't have a Sun Jewel. No. No, we don't have a Sun Jewel, so we can't cast Sun. Dumb is 4 stamina. Yag doesn't exist. Jig, we don't have the component as well. So Kid is the only one left that's... I mean, Kid and Dumb. That's the only 2 options. Kid or Dumb. Then Dumb. And wage more. So how much do you want to wage? Raise bet to 5. We'll get 15. Raise the bet to 5. We'll get 15. So how much do we wager? An illusion and it needs bone bracelet. Well, we don't have a bone bracelet. It is... Oh, so... Yeah. It is not mirror? No, apparently not. I mean, before that, Shin actually revealed to us that kin, the spell kin, you can also see in this list, right here, there's kin. That one requires the mirror. So we have a gold back mirror for kin. Yeah. Wage 10. Okay. Chagai proposes to wage 10 gold pieces. Sally proposes to wage 5. We can even do 15. Chagai, you're all out. You have 10 plus Dumb. Okay, up to 10. You're going up and up. We're not sure that Dumb is going to be an automatic victory, right? 10 plus Dumb. Okay, 10. I think I'm not willing to go above 10. We're going to win 30 anyway, right? It's going to be a 30 gold piece. So we're wagering 10, and we're going to cast Dumb. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I'm feeling lucky and rich. Let's do it. Let's go for it, man. Okay. Oh, God. Deduct 4 stamina points. You may cast this spell to make either of the fighters clumsy and uncoordinated. While under the effects of this spell, a fighter may only roll 1 die to find its attack strength. This effect will last for 6 attack rounds. This is not an automatic victory at all. They're just rolling 1 die instead of 2 6-sided dice for their attack strength. But as you're casting the spell from a distance and are 2 contestants close together, there is a chance you may cast it on the wrong fighter or even both. Jesus! No! Nominate the fighter that you wish to cast the spell at and then roll 1 die. Jesus Christ. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, your aim is accurate. If you roll a 4 or 5, the spell hits the wrong person. If you roll a 6, the spell affects both fighters. God damn it. These spells should be the reliable ones. These are the big six. Use luck. We can't with this one. We can't use luck. There's no option to use luck. God damn. Jeez. Okay, okay. Let's roll a d6. Let's roll a d6. Luck to roll the die. Because I am a benevolent DM, I'm gonna let you do that. I'm gonna let you use a point of luck to re-roll the die if it goes haywire. But let's roll it first and see what happens. Okay, okay, good. We rolled a 2. We rolled a rolled a 2. We rolled a 2. Good. So we cast it on the one that we wanted. Now we go back to the 5. I'm getting stressed. I'm sweating. Oh god, I think I'm having a very slow heart attack. Oh god. Okay, okay, okay. We can fight. We can fight. Okay, good. Now we're fighting. So the barbarian is skill 7, the ogre is skill 9, but the ogre only rolls 1 dice. So we roll for the barbarian first. Let's roll 2d6 for the barbarian. Barbarian rolls a 5, which is not very good. 5 plus 7 is 12. Ogre rolls 1d6 and adds it to a 9. Good, it rolls an 11. Good, 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 good. So, first combat round, the ogre took a hit. It's down to 10 stamina. Every hit is 2 stamina points, usually. Unless you use luck in the fight. So, but you can only use luck if you're participating in the fight, if you're lucky. Right, so in this one, every hit is going to be worth 2 stamina points. So now, good. So now, the ogre took 1 hit. We need the barbarian to win. Right now, ogre at 10 stamina, barbarian at 8. At 8, yeah, 8 stamina. Okay, so barbarian rolls a 5 again. Ogre rolls a 3. That's a tie. A tie means nothing happens. That's 2 combat rounds. We have 4 more combat rounds left for the dumb spell to be effective. Oh god, let's hope. Let's hope. Barbarian rolls another 5. Shit. Ogre rolls a 5. God. Barbarian takes a hit. Down to 6. Barbarian is down to 6 now. Oh lord. Barbarian rolls a 6 now. Better. Ogre rolls a 5. And this is another hit for the ogre. Barbarian down to 4. Jesus. Barbarian rolls a 6. Ogre rolls a 6. No. Barbarian is down to 2 hit points. Only 2. This is it. We're done. We're done. There's no way. Barbarian rolls a 2. Barbarian rolls a 2. And the ogre rolls a 5. Okay. All right. The barbarian lost. The minimum for the ogre is 10. That's right. But the barbarian has 7 skill. Plus 2 6-sided dice. That's an average of 14. The barbarian should roll an average of 14 every round. We are not pleased. No, no, we don't like that. We don't like that. Okay, so we rolled very badly. The fight is over. We just lost 4 stamina. 4 stamina. And we lost 10 gold pieces. We lost all of that. That is very bad. How much luck to rewind the entire battle? You have a prayer to your goddess, Libra, the goddess of justice, which you can use to heal up all of your stats, all 3 stats, skill, stamina, and luck, to their initial values. Because I'm a benevolent GM, I'm gonna allow you to heal the barbarian up to the original stamina. But I mean, we used the... How many combat rounds did we go even? We went quite a few combat rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. So the dumb spell is I'm gonna heal up gold, not stamina. No, you can't heal up your gold. 4, 5. No, let's go again. Let's go. I think we learned our lesson. No, let's go again. Again, the same fight. I mean, the book doesn't let us do the same fight again. Okay. This was awful. Rewind the fight. I thought we were cheating. Oh, God. I mean, okay, your choice. Let's make it a vote. I just want to say, in the Shamutanti Hills, we were in a worse spot, and we came through. Okay, we were in a worse spot at some point, and we came through. Fight the winner. It's gonna be the ogre. The winner is gonna be the ogre, and he has 9 skill, and he starts with 12 stamina. We're starting with 7 skill and 11 stamina with this fight. I think right now we need to decide. First of all, do we? I will let you. I will let you spend your prayer and rewind the fight. Okay, spend your prayer to the goddess Libra and rewind the fight and start over. No fireball. No, there's not a choice. You don't shoot a fireball. Let's continue and die, then do the book again. Yes. Yeah, we probably will end up doing exactly that. Obviously, we need to pray and start over. Then obviously, we need to pray and start over. Okay, so a tie votes pray and start over. It's an option that's not in the book, but I'm going to give you this option because I am a benevolent God. Fine, dumb, then win. Sally, okay, Sally wants to fight again. Any other votes? Any other votes? A guy, Shin, Alon, go ahead. Tell me if you want to spend your prayer. Pray. The guy wants to pray. Cool. So that's 3 votes to pray. I think that's enough. Okay, so we spend our prayer to Libra, the goddess of justice. Libra, the goddess of justice, helps you rewind a stupid gambling choice and your attempt at cheating at a fight, and is going to allow you to bet, to gamble and cheat again, which is totally what Libra does, the goddess of justice. Totally on brand for Libra, let me tell you, because Libra, when in Khare, is also an asshole, just like any other person, any other hero or entity in Khare, Cityport of Traps, is going to be an awful, awful goddess of justice. So we're going to go back. I'm going to go back to the fight. I need to find the paragraph again. Let me riffle through real quick. Outcome of the fight. Okay, so we're casting dumb again, and the barbarian and ogre are fighting again. So you spent the same 4 stamina you already spent. You gambled the same 10 gold pieces you already gambled. Okay? And now you watch the fight happening, and you have 6 rounds of the dumb spell. All right, you have six rounds of the dumb spell to go. Let's do the fight again. Now the barbarian rolls a 4. The barbarian rolls a fucking 4 for the first round. The ogre rolls a 2. Okay, that's a tie. At least the barbarian doesn't take a hit from this one. Okay, new round. The barbarian rolls a 7. Oh, look, a 7. A 7 is average, is exactly average. And the ogre rolls a 3. Good, good. Now the ogre takes a hit down to 10. We are 2 rounds in. Ogre took 1 hit. Barbarian rolls a 7 again. Ogre rolls a 4. Good. Another hit to the ogre. Ogre is down to 8 stamina. Barbarian rolls a 5. Ogre rolls a 1. Excellent. A 3rd hit. 4th round. 3rd hit for the ogre. Oops, I rolled a d6 again. Never mind that. Round number 5. 7 again for the barbarian. 6 for the ogre. That's a hit to the barbarian. Ogre is at 6. Barbarian is at 6. We have 1 more round. No, both at 6. Both at 6. But we have 1 more round to go for the dumb spell. Barbarian rolls a 5. Ogre rolls a 1 again. Yes. Okay, good, good. 6 for the barbarian, 4 for the ogre. Okay, so now we're back to normal. Ogre is on skill 9, barbarian is skill 7. They're both going to roll 2d6. Okay? And the ogre is now on 4 stamina. 2 hits left. Yes, Chagai is keeping score. Exactly right. But now it's going to be stacked against us. Okay? And the barbarian only has a one round advantage, 1 hit advantage. So the ogre is still likely to win. Okay? I propose we cast dumb again. Another 4 stamina in order to win this fight. It's going to be 30 gold pieces if we do. Okay? You vote. You vote on what I propose. Either let the fight continue as it is, or cast dumb again. I remind you, we are on 11 stamina. Look at right here. We're on 11 stamina. I think we can. Why not? You see that it says so very clearly. If you have placed a bet and the battle is going against your chosen winner, you may cast a spell to help him. So it's going again right now. I think it's going against. We'll feast back up to 18. Hopefully, we've wasted too much to lose. You're right. Yeah. I mean, the 4 hit points is a sunk cost by now, right? But I think wasting 4 more for a good chance at winning. Exactly, Doctor Hagai to the for the win. Okay. Good. Let's keep going. The cat is stretching. Hello, cat. Look at the cat. We're casting dumb again. We're paying for stamina. We're down to 7 stamina, and we keep going. Let's see. Let's roll. Barbarian rolls 7. Already rolls 7 somehow. Ogre rolls a 4. That's another hit of the ogre. Ogre is down to 2 hit points. And now, hopefully the last round, Barbarian rolls a 4. Ogre rolls a 6. Okay, another hit for the Barbarian. It's now 4 stamina to the Barbarian, 2 stamina to the Ogre. Oh, God. Another round. Barbarian rolls an 8. Yes! And the Ogre rolls a 1. And with a resounding thunk over the head, the Ogre collapses onto the stage. The champion has been beaten, and the Barbarian, a tall, lean, muscular, black-haired individual with nothing but a loincloth on his loins, is the winner, comes out triumphant in this fight. And you get back your wager, which is 30, which is 10 gold plus the winnings. So it's going to be a total of what, 26? It's 56 gold. Okay. I'm not sure there is enough things to buy in this adventure for 56 gold, but just remember, if we come upon the chance to buy something, even though it might be a trap or cursed or whatever, just buy everything, because we have a shitload of money now. Yeah, you just never know. We're down to 7 stamina. We made a lot of gold. We need to eat. We need to eat whenever we can. We already ate once today, but we need to find more chances to buy food and meals. We bet on the wrong one. I'm not sure we bet on the wrong one. I mean, we paid 8 stamina. Oh, the Barbarian will never know, you're saying. Yeah, the Barbarian will never know how lucky he was that we spent this enormous amount of resources. Yes, the ogre, we would just roll and let it happen. We wouldn't need to cast spells unless it went really badly, like we were really unlucky for a while. We would just let the fight unfold. The ogre starts with more in every metric. Okay, good. We win. We go to 136. The crowd is wild. And now, you know what the fights look like. You can take up the next challenge, or you can try to win, the prize of 15 gold pieces. Right now, the prize we can win is 15 gold pieces. Suddenly seems like not much, but we can still fight for 15 more gold pieces, or we can just leave the festival. Let us go. Do not. No, do not. Okay, so 2 votes to leave. Cool. 2 votes to leave. Any more votes? Does the ogre start with 4 HP? It's going to be the Barbarian, first of all. It's not the ogre with 7 skill, because we cheated for the Barbarian. Now the Barbarian is a champion, and I think I have the feeling it's going to be healed up, but I don't know. I don't know the answer to your question, Khare. Can we win? We might. He gets healed. Oh, Shin checked it for us. Up ahead. So we start with a Barbarian with, yeah, we have the luck. We do have luck. We can use luck. Can we buy whatever heals him and leave? No, we cannot. We can't. It's a narrative choice. It's a narrative structure. Come on. Make a choice. Do we need the money? Exactly. We just made 30 more gold. We have 56. Do we need 15 more? Leave arena. Okay, 3 votes to leave. No need for the monies. That's 3 votes to leave. So I think we're just, let's not risk it. Cool. Okay, that's 4 votes. That's more than enough to leave. Let's go away. Leave the festival. Finally, took us hours. It was hours to finish this part of the book. We went in a wide circle, but we got one of the lines for the spell for the portal, so that's good. And we got a shitload of money. You leave the festival. You pass one of the tents on the way out that you didn't. Yeah, I mean in the 3 books we probably could, but yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, we can buy a lot of stuff. Do we have an end time? I mean, previous weeks we ended at 11:30 at the latest. That was the latest we ended. Yeah, because I do need to get up in the morning at some point. So which is for those of us not in Israel right now, it's in 45 minutes from now. You leave the festival. You notice you missed one interesting place you didn't notice up till now. You pass one of the tents. There's an interesting sign that takes your eye. It says, Cabinet of Fortune, try your luck, a prize for all, only 2 gold pieces. You can see what's going on, or to just keep going. Are you going to go into the Cabinet of Fortune or not? Sure, see what's going on. Our money is heavy. Yeah. There's a lot of money we can spend, and also a lot of luck. Remember, we can spend a lot of luck. So I think we should try. Yeah, we should see what's going on. And also everyone wants to, so obviously. You enter the tent. A grubby bearded man greets you. Welcome, my friend. He says. He seems a bit too friendly. And let's see what prize you can win today. There are no losers at Honest Hannah's Cabinet of Fortune. He takes you over to a large glass cabinet. Inside are all manner of items. Jewelry, books, gold, pouches, and food. Ooh, nice. Useful things. A small mite is sealed within the cabinet. Just 2 gold pieces, my friend, and we will see what my little pet will fetch for you. Oh, it's a fantasy version of the claw machine that grabs things for you. So now it's an actual captive mite. Look at this sad picture. It's a mite actually captive inside the glass cabinet that picks things up for you. If you wish to try your luck, give him 2 gold pieces and turn to 318. If you suspect trickery and do not wish to try, you may leave and continue. Of course we're trying our luck. Of course we are. 318. We hate mites. Yeah, exactly. Sally remembers a mite was an annoying mite joined us against our wills and wishes and kept us from casting spells for a while through the Shamutanti Hills. It was awful. So we're going to go to 318 and we're going to try our luck. Let's see what happens. He takes your money. You lose 2 gold pieces, and he presses a small button on the sides of the cabinet. The mite squeals, goes ah, and he leaps from the perch and flutters around over the prizes in the cabinet. He selects one at random, flies over to a chute at the front of the box, and drops the prize in. It's exactly one of the claw machines. It's exactly what this is. What have you received? Roll 1 die. Nice. Roll a die. Huh. You may wish to test your luck here to try to ensure you receive a valuable rather than a worthless prize. If you test your luck and you are lucky, you may choose one of the options from the table above instead of rolling the die. This is the table. So they say you can choose one of them. True, you don't know which are valuable and which are worthless, but as a hint, only one of numbers 1 to 3 is a valuable item, but 2 of numbers 4 to 6 are. So your chances are better if you choose 4, 5, or 6. Okay, so they give you a better shot to choose 4, 5, or 6. So of course we test our luck because we are drowning in luck. We have too much luck. We update our luck down to 12. Usually testing our luck, I remind you, you need to roll a 2d6 and then hope to get equal or less than your luck. But since our luck was a 13, then it's an auto success. So, of course, we test our luck. And now we choose a number. So now this is going to be your vote. We choose one of 4, 5, or 6 because these are three three good options. Shin, I already said you can just gain information from whichever source you want, wherever you want. Just go ahead and do it. The guy votes 6. I vote with Shin. I don't judge. I only laugh maniacally. I don't judge. Come on, cast your votes. Do we choose 4, 5, or 6? Shin, choose randomly. I love it so much. 3 is Lucky Talisman. Nice. Okay. Lucky Talisman is nice. Sounds nice. Is it the best one, though? 3. So 2 votes 3. Shin is 3. The 5 is Bone Bracelet for the spell from before. Cool. That's valuable. That's nice. What else? The might is as bad as as a snake. The might is as bad as a snake who leaves just bad luck in his wake. I would kill him myself if it gives me a fake prize, and a real one I'll take. Very good. I like that our luck is divine intervention. 4 is throwing darts. 1, 2, and 6 is nothing. Oh shit. So yeah, I guess we choose 3. We choose 3. Yeah, Lucky Talisman sounds better than one spell component or throwing darts. I mean, throwing dart actually could be useful. Well, let's go for Talisman. Let's go for Talisman. That's the vote. 167. You have received a Lucky Talisman. As long as you have this item, you may deduct 1 point from your dice roll whenever you test your luck. If you already have a Lucky Talisman, the effect will not be doubled because you have 2. You may now leave the tent and continue. Oh, so now, even if we have 11 luck, that's still an auto succeed in the luck test. So that's pretty good. That's more chances to be lucky. Let's write down Lucky Talisman. If one of you wants to say what the Lucky Talisman is, go right ahead. You want to decide what the Lucky Talisman is. Meanwhile, we keep going. You're nearing the center of Khare. You're going towards the center and towards the river, which the city spans, like both sides of the river. The huts and dwellings are much more densely located, and the roads are dirty. Creatures throng the streets and watch you as you pass. You come to a fork where you may either turn left or continue on towards the port area. So continue towards the river and the port, or turn left. Which do you choose? Left. Shin and Sally say left. Any other votes? For Libra brings only red justice. Left. 3 votes left. That's enough. We go left. Okay. Go left. Following the street, you eventually come to another junction where you might either carry straight on or turn down another street to the right. Okay, so another junction, straight on or turn right. Itai, thank you very much for joining. That was awesome. Remember, hut equals death. Bye, Itai. See you soon. Okay. Another vote. You can either go straight or turn to the right. Shane says right. A guy says never right. A guy votes against turning to the right. Never. Chagai took our friend in common's suggestion very seriously, but I'm kind of figuring out that there's lots of right turns in this book, and if he doesn't remember which one is the insta death, it's going to be kind of hard to act according to the to this advice. Okay, so 2 votes right, 1 vote not right. Yes, but you only die once. This is a James Bond movie title. You only die once. Okay. You turn right. Let's read to the right. Further along the street, you pass a small chapel. From the noises inside, you would guess that a meeting of some sort is going on. Do you want to investigate, or do you continue on your way? Investigate or continue? This one, I kind of know what the vote is going to be. Investigate or continue? Yes. Investigate, of course. Yeah, I'm not going to wait for everyone to vote even on this one. It's quite clear this is what we want to do. Okay? You go into the chapel. You open the door, and just as a woman and a child are leaving, the child is just in the middle of saying to his mother, like a sentence. You catch a part of the sentence. He says, he really is a holy man, mother. That's what the child says. Salen's brother, the lame one, he answered his question yesterday, and his leg was healed. He ran for the first time in his life. You're intrigued of hearing about this holy man, and you enter the meeting hall. Germans will do something crazy, kill either. A guy wants us to kill something. The guy, we already caused enough chaos today. We caused chaos and mayhem in front of everyone, all the onlookers. Okay. You go into the meeting hall in the chapel. There's lots of children there. There's lots of adults are sitting. Everyone's like sitting on the floor. At one end, on the platform, there's a gray-haired man in a white robe talking to the crowd. Does anyone else wish to take the test of slang? He asks. If you can answer my question, he will grant you any wish. If you cannot, you must renounce your own god and worship Slang, the god of malice. Do you wish to take up this challenge? If so, turn to 156. If not, you may leave the chapel. Okay, so we can leave the chapel. No, there's no memory. There's not too much memory in this book. Nobody's counting the chaos you leave in your wake. We, in fact, burned quite a lot of houses on our way to here through the Shamutanti Hills. Yes, we take the challenge. Of course, we take the challenge. I just want to let you know what this chapel looks like. Quite funky. Look at this chapel. It's a very funky chapel. Look at this. This is the slang guy. It's the slang person. These are all the believers, and this is like a weird, like faces and a gate, like a frame and like a huge candle. Very ominous, this whole thing. But we're gonna take the challenge. We're gonna answer his questions. Let's go to 156. All right, you raise your hand. You accept the challenge. I accept the challenge, you say in your froggy voice. Who is your god, stranger? Asks the priest. You tell him, Libra, the goddess of justice. Libra? I know nothing of Libra. You will find Slang a much more powerful deity. Let us see whether Libra can help you with a challenge of slang. If you answer my question correctly, you may ask anything you wish. But if you cannot, you must renounce Libra and become a follower of slang. Do you agree? You simply nod your head once in agreement instead of saying anything else. The time for words is over, you figure. And he asks the question. Bigfoot the Elder walked south for 3 furlongs sowing oats, then east for 2 furlongs sowing corn, then north another 5 furlongs sowing wheat, and finally southwest for 4 furlongs sowing hay. Have you got that? Are you ready for the question? When you're ready, turn to 301. Okay. Let's make sure we remember all the story. The story. Okay, let's write that down very clearly. Bigfoot the Elder Oh, I can't write that. I can't copy. Okay, never mind. Bigfoot the Elder walked south for 3 furlongs, sowing oats. Then east. Yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. Text. Write down something here. South 3 furlongs, sowing oats. Okay. East. I have the feeling we're not supposed to do that, but we're gonna do it anyway. Eastern left furlong into corn. North, another 5 furlongs, sowing wheat. And then southwest, another 4 furlongs, sowing hay. What is sowing hay? How do you sow hay? What does that even mean, sowing hay? Not something you sow. You sow. That's okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. We're ready. Let's turn to 301. Go. The question is, and here the priest pauses for effect. The tension mounts in his audience. The question is, what was his favorite color? You protest strongly. I would, as this question is most unfair, whereupon the crowd bursts into laughter. You smile sheepishly as you realize you have been caught by what must be of his standard hoaxes. He's certainly quite a showman for a priest. Alright, very nice. This was a joke. A big joke at our expense. I think we got had quite well. Alright then, Alalander. He starts. How do we know you... you're... actually, it's quite surprising because he knows that you're from Analand. Yellow, you say. His favorite color is yellow. They all laugh even harder. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. In Bigfoot's family are 6 sons. Bigfoot is nearing the end of his life, and he wishes to divide his wealth exactly among his sons. He gives 5 gold pieces to his second youngest son. Okay, this is the actual riddle. This is the actual riddle. Okay. No. Not writing. 5 gold pieces to his second youngest son. 13 gold pieces to his eldest and 9 to the 4th youngest. 13 to his eldest and 9 to the 4th youngest. 13 to his eldest, so the first son, and 9 to his 4th. 9 to the 4th youngest. Oh, second youngest. His second youngest son. Okay, so the second youngest gets 5. Oldest gets 13, and 4th youngest gets 5. Let's order them in order. Second youngest is going to be the youngest out of these. Okay. And Bigfoot has 6 sons. There's 6 sons. The question is, do you know how much the other sons received and how many gold pieces he possessed in all? Okay, so how many total gold pieces did he give and how many to each child? So this is the oldest one. There's the second child. Okay, 4th youngest is the 3rd child. Wait, that's the 4th youngest is the 3rd child. Second youngest is the 5th child. So that's the 4th child. We don't know. Second youngest is the 5th child, and then there's the 6th child. So we're missing 3. 48 overall. Cool, nice. Kill 2, give everything to the one left. Sally gives a very the Alexander the Great's answer to the Gordian knot is Sally's answer. 48 total. Explain to me why though. 13, 9, 5. Oh, it's a progression. 13, 11, 9, 7, 5, 3. Right? That's what you did. Is that what he did? He just gave 2 less to each child. And then you have 13 plus 3 is 16 times 3 is 48. Yep, exactly. First you change your primogeniture. Yep. Okay, cool. So 48. And you also gave 11 to the second one, 7, and 3 to the 6th one. Cool. Nice. Increase Crown Authority, might as well. Yeah, what is your domain size? Is your domain too large? You're gonna miss out on troops and taxes. How much piety do you have? Can we train any dragons? Blah blah blah. You cannot answer to. If you decided, call out your answer and turn to the reference corresponding to that number. Cool. We're gonna go to paragraph number 48. If you cannot answer this question, turn to 248. Paragraph 48. The priest cannot hide his disappointment. Yes, we got it. Apparently, the people of Khare are not trained in the science of mathematics, as you were in Analand. Of course you were. You're a bard, mage, acrobat, warrior princess. Of course you also know mathematics. As he has agreed, he will grant you one wish. You ask him what he knows of the spell to open the north gate of Khare. Oh, they don't let you choose, actually. You just... Bohemia or Irish, you can gain seniority or elective. Or Basque. If you're Basque, you can give... What is it called? Yeah, whatever. I'm unable to tell you the spell in its entirety, as only the first noble of Khare knows all the lines. But I can tell you one line. Oh, he's one of the important people. Which is, I bid you portals open wide. I bid you portals open wide. Okay. Sure. I bid you portals open wide. I bid you... No comment here. I bid you portals open wide. That's his line. Okay. Cool. There's no number in this one. His audience is amazed at your wisdom, and they shout out their good wishes as you leave the chapel. Restore your luck to its initial level. We didn't even use our luck since... Oh yeah, we did use one point. We're back up to 13 luck. Cool. I need not concentrate on the actual real reward. Okay, first of all, good night, Khare. Thank you very much for joining us. We will kill as many people as possible. We have some tips from the leaving chat members. Itai suggested to remember that huts are bad. Huts equal death. Khare suggests that we kill as many people as possible. Good night, Khare. Thank you very much for the follow. Come back on Monday to watch us roleplay in the Questions of the Alpalor, or Saturday night for more of Khare's Cityport of Traps and sorcery in general. Cool. The riddle, Sally, just to make sure you know, what we knew at first, it was kind of confusing. So what we knew in a bit of like flowery language that was designed to be confusing, we knew that somebody left all his money to his 6 sons, and the 6 sons, we knew how much 3 of them got. So we know that the oldest one got 13 gold pieces, which is what it says right here. I wrote that the oldest one got 13. Second one we didn't know. Third one got 9 gold pieces. The fourth one we also don't know. Fifth one got 5. And the 6th one we also don't know. And then he asked us, how many gold pieces in total did he give to all of his 6 sons? Okay, that's the riddle. Okay, so now, how do you do that? What we were onto, me and Shin and Khare, also all 3 of us separately, although I kind of got a hint because I saw them, they wrote 48, so it kind of like a hint for me, is that if he gave 13, then blank, then 9, then blank, then 5, then blank, there's like a regular progression. So the oldest one gets the most, which makes most sense. So he gets 13. Then the second one gets something. Then the third one gets 9. So the second one is going to get something in between. So exactly halfway between 13 and 9 is 11. Okay, so then you just go down by 2 gold pieces every step. So 13, then 11, then 9, then 7, then 5, which keeps the same progression, and then 3 gold pieces. You add these all up together, you get to 48, which is the number of the paragraph you were supposed to go to. So that's the way this works. That's cool. Now, I was hoping, like there was talk of this man being a healer. We're on 7 stamina. I was kind of hoping we'll get healed, but we didn't. We didn't get healed. Okay. Yeah, we leave the chapel and we keep we carry on in our journeys. Okay. I think we did quite a lot today, and I think this is going to be our time. What if we lost, though? If we lost, let's see. Let's see what happens if we lost. Just for curiosity's sake. 248. If we lost, we had to convert to slang. we are on our own. We can't pray to Libra anymore. We lose 2 luck points, and we can't pray to Libra anymore. And slang doesn't help us. We can't pray to slang. I was expecting slang to be like a different advantage, but no, there's nothing. No, absolutely terrible. Okay, we're gonna keep going next week. We're done for today. I think this is gonna be a good time to say goodnight to everyone. Some of viewers already left us. I think it's a good time to say goodbye to anyone who's still around while we're still on a roll. Sally, thank you very, very much. Shin, if you're still around, thank you very much. Thank you, Itai, Chagai, Alon, Walrus, who blinked for a second there and then was gone. I hope you're not having internet problems again. Probably that's the case, because that's usually what happens with Walrus. If so, I'm sorry, and I hope that you get to join us next time. Sally, you are never annoying. Only just your poems are worth everything. And also, you're not annoying. You're fine. Everyone's making suggestions and joking around. We should collect your poems. You should collect your poems and make a volume of the poems of Mrs. Daisy McGilligully. Starting next week, everything you write, I'm gonna write down, and I'm gonna publish it in a book of the poems of Mrs. Daisy McGilligully, written by Sally the Red Lich, which is how I'm gonna call you from now on, Sally Red Lich. All right, so cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Join us on Monday, 8:30 Israel time, 6:30 GMT for Questers of Yalpalor, our humorous improvised fantasy roleplay game. Next Saturday, we're going to keep playing our game books. Until next time, I see you. Stay safe and play hard. Good night.